today's class is full of replica sets and sharding concepts. So, what do you mean by high availability and scalability? So, before going let me give you a practical theoretical explanation about this. Means which I
Okay.
have already shared you about this, like what is a replica set and a sharding, why we use those. I have shared you earlier. So even though before proceeding with today's class, like before moving forward with the today's class, let us discuss this. Like, have you heard of like what is high availability and scalability?
Yes. Yes.
So could you please let me know like what is high availability and scalability?
High availability is in terms of disaster recovery. Like
Okay.
in case if one of the primary server is down, so all the resources will fail over to the passive node,
Okay.
and the passive node is going to become more active. So it's like
Yeah.
a airplane engine. So airplane engine, we have two propeller engine. So in case if one fail, so the other one will pick up and we land the passenger safely. So yeah. So disaster, the DR is for like this in case backup corruption or hurricane or weather issue. So we can have the database to be recovered and so on. Yes.
So
And
same
so
like that concept you are having in same like this concept like you are having in SQL Server, like you will
yes.
be having always on high availability, like you will be having the primary and secondary node, and you will do the failover. What is high availability is nothing but at any point of time, any one of the nodes should respond to the request, user's request. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the high availability. Like there should be no downtime. Like if the client is requesting anything, the database system should be online and it should be up and available, and it should process the client's request. Okay, even though any one of the fail node is down or it's in error or it got corrupted. Okay, so that's the
Mm.
concept. So high availability and scalability is nothing but if we are having large amount of data,
Yes.
we need to scale up the cluster and we can distribute our data.
That's
Scaling
correct.
is
That's
nothing but adding on multiple cluster and maintaining the data set, large data set. So this thing I have shared you earlier. The different it means this is one of the most important questions that you will be asking if you are attending a MongoDB interview. Like, what is the difference between a replica set and a sharding? So you need to give like. So this purpose is for high availability. This purpose is for horizontal scaling to handle large amount of data. So here if we having like that day I have said, right, do you remember? I hope you remember. Let me draw the diagram itself. So my screen is visible, right? Like,
yes. Yes. Mm.
yeah, okay. So this is primary, secondary. So this is primary, this is secondary, this is secondary, this is primary, this is secondary, this is secondary, this is secondary, this is primary, this is secondary, this is secondary. So this one is one cluster, this one is one node, this one is one node. So these three combined says a replica set. A replica set is nothing but it's a group of cluster with a one primary and two secondary replica, whereas
Mm.
sharding is nothing but a replica itself a shard here. So this is one shard, this is one shard, this is one shard. So this acts like a primary and this two acts as a secondary. But inside this, we will be having multiple node called replica set. You got this? This is
Yes.
the
Yes.
difference between the replica set and sharding cluster.
Mm.
So that's
Yes.
what I have mentioned here. If you read this, it will be helpful. So as I said, like it's for high availability concept. This is for scalability concept. Here, all the members having the full copy of same data. Why means like I said, right? Like in the first day itself, the what are the data here will be what are the data here will be there in this node. Okay, in this node, and what are the data here will be in this node. Okay, but
Mm.
here the data will be distributed using partition key. I said like the data will be distributed using partition key. That means like here it will be having 1 to 1000, here it will be having 1000 to 5000. So here you will be having 5000 to 10,000. So this is the thing, like, but here it will be this will be having data from 1 to 10,000. This also will be having data 1 to 10,000. So this one also will be having data 1 to 10,000.
Mm.
So this is the difference. Like here, the data is distributed based upon the partition key in Sharding, whereas in replica set, each node will be having the same set of data. This data will be here in this cluster as well. This data will be here in this cluster as well. So if anything happens, if this node is down, means this one will act as a primary. Got it?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the theory part here. Let me close this. So this is the theory part here. Like that's what I have mentioned. All the members will when type typically three, like one primary and two secondaries. All data will be available on each node. Query routed to the relevant start based upon the start key. I said like start key. Start key is the partition key. So based
Mm.
upon the start key, the data is distributed. So automatic failover if primary fails here does not inherently provide failover unless used with replicas. Here, disaster recovery high availability. This is for scalability, large scale data operation, and this is mainly starting is mainly for handling large amount of data. Most of the environment don't have starting. Okay, most of the people will use replica set only.
Oh, okay. Mm.
If like if you are working for a project, means they won't work with the starting is like only 10 to 20 percentage of people use, like a big app like Instagram, Facebook, their backend only they will be having starting concepts. But a small scale industries or normal companies, if you are working with the TCS, if you are working with CTS, any of the service based solution, they won't be having starting. They only having the replica set concept only.
Oh, okay. Mm.
So the starting is just a knowledge kind of thing only. You can get the knowledge, like if you means even I don't have the get, means I don't get a chance to work with starting. Means I
Oh,
haven't
really?
worked with the starting, but I know
Oh,
the
okay.
concept. Like this is a starting, but I haven't get a chance because it's less like the people use MongoDB will mostly use replica set only. Like they will be having one primary and they will be having three secondary like that. So I have worked in a three node cluster. Like I have worked with one primary and two secondary replica. So same like that, it will differs. Like most of them will use a replica set, but in this thing, like I will give you the topic like how starting works. I will give you a overall background, but not as a hands-on. So for replica set, I will give you as a hands-on. For starting, we need to have the multiple clusters, right? Like we don't have that much of data or that much of cluster. So I
Oh,
will just
okay.
give you the knowledge on this.
Mm.
In this replica set, I will give you like how to configure a replica set and how to do the failover, everything I will let you know.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
So
Yeah.
today's class we will try to configure a replica set. So that's what today's concept, and tomorrow like we'll be exploring the replica set. Okay. So that's it. And tomorrow by end of the day I will explain you starting concepts. So after that this high levelity and the scalability chapter will be gone. Okay.
Oh, okay. Sure. Mm.
So here this is the thing, like this is the physical representation, like handle all the write operation, like as you know, as you said, like the active node will be handling all the write operation and the
Mm.
passive will be acts as a standby, like
Yes.
the like that only. So this handles all the write operations. Secondary nodes maintains the copy of the primary data via replication. So the data will be replicated from the primary node to secondary node. This arbitrary node is optional. Either you
Mm.
can have arbitrary node, otherwise no issue. So this arbitrary node is like this participate in the election. It doesn't have any data. There is a node, but it doesn't have any data. But it have the details of primary and secondary node details, and it will
Oh,
check which node is having the high priority. Based upon that, it will elect that node as a secondary node.
oh, okay. So it's like a
Primary node.
quorum. It's like a quorum. Is that right?
Wait, quorum. It's not like a quorum. Let me give you a correct thing. There is one concept in witness server. Yeah, witness server. In SQL Server, have you heard of witness
Oh,
server?
yeah.
Witness
Witness
server
like
doesn't
a
have any data. It doesn't
in
have any data, but it will be
database
having the
level.
details, and it will help in the failover. Like it will help select which node should be the next primary.
Oh, okay.
This
Yeah.
is same like that. Here, that same that witness server was here as a arbiter.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't
Like a
have any
database
data,
level.
but it will participate in the election and it will choose which node should act. If primary is down, means you have two secondary, right? Out of two secondary, which secondary should be the next primary?
Oh, okay.
So that
Mm.
will be chosen by this arbiter node. It is
Okay.
optional, but most probably you don't need that arbitrary node.
Mm.
So this is the
Yeah.
thing, like client will write and reads on the primary node, and the replication will be goes on the secondary. Okay,
Yeah.
this is how the replica set works.
Mm.
So this is the step-by-step flow. Like the application send a request to one of the MongoDB instance in replica set, usually through the connections. So all the write and read requests will be directed to the primary node only. So and also we can control the read. If you remember our first class, I said right, like you can control the read by using read preference setting. Have you remember? Read
Yeah.
preference setting, yeah, you can give read there are 5 read preference setting. One is read preference setting. If you remember, I have said this. Primary primary it will go only to the primary. Second one is primary preferred. Third is secondary, then secondary preferred, then last one is nearest.
Mm.
So what this primary means, it will go the read preference. You can set the read preference setting, which means like you can do the thing right. Like you if you want some of the reports will be run in your secondary node, right? Most probably. Like do you have you worked with any reporting system? Like the most of the reports they won't
Mm.
run on the primary database because the primary database will be live production database. So active connections will be coming to the primary. So they will take the reports using the secondary standby only. They will
That's
establish their connection and they will take their reports
that's
because the
correct.
data from the primary is replicated to the secondary, right? So same concept here. Like if you want your read to be in primary, you can set that. If you want your read to be in the secondary, you can set this thing by giving the read preference.
Oh, preference. Okay. Mm. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Mm.
how means, let's assume like this is the query. Let me open notepad as well.
So so that's gonna be in the connection string. Is that right?
Yeah. For example, db dot users is the collection name dot find. You are giving age is greater than 25. Okay. You are running this query, okay, but you want this query will defaultly go to the primary database, correct? If you want
Yes.
this query to go to the secondary, you need to give like this.
Oh, okay.
Secondary, like that you need to give. So what it will do, it will redirect the query to the secondary database. It won't go to the primary. If you want a secondary preferred, you can give secondary preferred, like
Oh,
this.
okay. Mm.
Like this you can set. So this is
Oh,
what
okay.
I have set. So there are nearest means which one, which is having the nearest, which is nearest, it will go to that node. It won't go
Mm.
to primary or secondary. It will directly go to the latency. Which latency, network latency is less, it will go to that node. Okay,
Mm.
this is
Yeah,
the
yeah.
thing.
Mm.
So this is the I have this is what I have explained here. All right, go to the primary. All read operation also go to the primary, unless if you read this entire document, you will get the idea. See, I have given this thing also, MongoDB read preference modes.
Oh, okay.
But
Mm.
most of the, if you read from the secondary, it will have the stale data. Stale data means it is not updated with the primary, because here the replication mode is asynchronous. Like in this, like in SQL Server, you can set that, right? Like you can set the asynchronous mode of replication as well. You can set the synchronous mode of replication as well. But here in MongoDB, it's kind of asynchronous kind of replication only. So
Yeah.
the data will be eventually consistency with the secondary one. Okay. In
Yes.
second, it is a eventual consistency. You may slightly out have the right data. You may read slightly outdated data because the primary haven't sent most of the data to the secondary. That's the thing.
Mm. Yeah.
Okay. So see, in Mongo cell you can set the read preference like this. In connection string, mostly this will be handled in the application side only. This read preference, because they only will be sending the data, right? So
Yes.
if they ask you, you can give them, like you can set the read preference and redirect your request to the secondary, like that you can suggest. But these things will be done in the application side only, client connections.
Oh, okay. Mm.
So these are the things. These are full of this thing theory topic only. The next one is sharding. Sharding is nothing but horizontal scaling. Do you know by what is horizontal scaling and how what is vertical scaling?
No.
Auto scaling things. Okay,
Yeah.
so let me know you the things. So
I know
uh,
in AWS we can scale up our instant type if we need for workload to handle the workload. Yeah.
yeah, it will be common like horizontal and vertical scaling concept. It was common along all the database. Horizontal scaling is nothing but adding multiple clusters.
Oh, okay.
Okay, horizontal scaling meant, for example, if you are having one cluster and you want you want your load, you want to scale your system horizontally, means you will be add multiple server.
Mhm.
Okay, if it is vertical scaling, means this is the thing, you will be having one server. So horizontal scale is nothing but if you are having a system with 2 GB and 16 CPU. Okay, 2 GB, okay, and 16 CPU. So same like that, what you will do, you want like your this system is under more traffic, under heavy load. Okay, this 2 GB, right, 2 GB, this one was under heavy load.
Mhm.
So what you will do, you will do horizontal scaling. Horizontal scaling means you will be adding multiple cluster with same 2 GB 16, another cluster with same 2 GB 16 CPU, another
Oh,
cluster same 2 GB with 16 CPU. Okay, but this is called horizontal scaling. This one, the first one is called horizontal scaling.
so the it's gonna be same.
It's like adding a multiple cluster. It can be same, but you can increase the value also. Sometimes you can have like this also. You can have
Oh,
4 GB, whatever you need you can keep.
okay,
Okay,
okay. Mm.
but horizontal scaling is nothing but adding multiple clusters
Oh, okay,
to meet the
okay. So
requirement. Whereas vertical scaling, what is vertical scaling means, this works with the same cluster. Sorry, give me a second. So it works with the same cluster. Means if you are having 2 GB and 16 CPU, you are facing slowness. What you will do, you will upgrade this to 8 GB and 64. This is called vertical scaling. Vertical scaling is nothing but increasing the resources,
for one cluster, okay,
increasing the resources on the same cluster.
okay, on the same cluster, okay.
Yeah, the same cluster. Whereas here you will scale, you will add more cluster,
One
add
cluster.
multiple clusters. So this is the horizontal scaling and vertical scaling. So here the starting is horizontal scaling. Okay,
So
it's like a network.
horizontal scaling may be more costly. Is that right? Because you're having different cluster every time, So it may be more costly compared to vertical. Is that right?
Like why we are choosing horizontal scaling means you can have the different amount of the retrieve rate will be fast.
Oh,
For
okay.
example, if you keep these 1 to 1000 here, 1000 to 2000 here, 2000 to 3000 here, if you keep like this, means this mongo is right, this mongo is node, which node is having the data, so it will directly go to that node and it will retrieve the data and it will give. Okay, if the single node is having all the 3000 data, means it need to filter all the 3000 record in the single node, correct?
Oh, okay. Mm.
Here it is, here this MongoDB knows, okay, this is having 2000. If we are giving a value of 2050, means the MongoDB knows like, okay, the data is in start 3. So what it will do, it will directly route the connection, it will take the data and it will give it to them. It's same like a partition.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Partition in the same table, you will do the partition, right? Like date partition. So what it will do, if you fetch the if you write any query on that particular partition table, what it will do, it will go to the correct partition and it will take the data and it will give it back to you, right? So same like
Mm.
that, but it is having the data partitioned across multiple cluster.
Oh,
So if
okay.
you are having the single cluster, it need to scan all the 3000 record and it need to return the value. But here it have all the details. So this is the thing. Like sharding splits the data across multiple servers using start key, which is nothing but a partition key. Each start is responsible for a portion of data. There is also query router. Query router is nothing but this MongoS. So whenever the client give the connection to the starting cluster, it will first go to the MongoS. Okay, this MongoS routes the query to the appropriate shards. So once the query, for example, Wilson is requesting one query. Okay, what MongoDB will do means it will send the request to the MongoS first. Okay, in replica set it will go to MongoD. Remember, in
Yes.
replica set it will go to
Mm.
MongoD, because that is a standalone kind of thing, like it's a a single node with a replication concept. But here it is a starting concept, so here the data will come to the MongoS first. So once
Mm.
it comes to the MongoS, it will go and ask. There is a server called config server. Okay, config server. So this config server will be having the stored metadata about the cluster. So this config server knows like which data, which means the partition key, right? This start key. This
Yes.
is hashed, and these metadata were stored in the config server. So this config server knows which of the start is having the data. So when the client send a request, it will go to the MongoS. MongoS will check with config server like which node is having the data. So this config server will provide the details. So based upon that, this router will send the request to the correct node. This is the concept of
Okay.
starting. If you
Okay.
ask that in an interview, you can say. So in case of starting, the MongoS is the MongoS is the daemon process that will route the queries to the appropriate start based upon the start key, distribution of start key. The config server is the thing, like it will be storing the metadata about the cluster. So this query router will check with the config server, and it will send the appropriate send the request to the appropriate start, like that you can say.
Okay. Mm.
Here is the how it works. The client application send a request to MongoDB cluster. MongoS router examines the request to determine the appropriate start. The request includes the start key, which helps in identifying the specific start. The router forward the request to the relevant start containing the data. Maintain the metadata about the distribution of data across start. So which start is having which data. These distributed details will be contained in the config server. So same there you have in replica set, you will be having arbitrary server, right? Arbiter server, I have said,
Yeah.
right, in replica set. So that arbiter does not have any data, but it will just involve in election. So same like this config does not have any data. This config server does not have any data, but it knows like the metadata, like which cluster, which start is having which details. Everything was known is there.
Okay.
Okay,
Mm.
so
Mm.
that's the thing. So now we'll work on with like order the step by step to configure a 3 node replica set with authentication. Okay.
Okay.
So how
Mm.
will you set? So already we have one MongoDB instance installed, right? So
Yes.
this is so I'm going to do from scratch so that it will help you. So
Okay.
already I'm having like one MongoDB instance. So I need to have two MongoDB instance so that one act as my primary and the two will act as my secondary.
Okay.
So I am launching instance.
So
Correct.
sometime why do we always have two secondary, Because yeah, because having two more cluster will be two for secondary is gonna be more money, cost. So sometimes why do you have like a two secondary?
Yeah, like two secondary is like it's not kind of a mandatory. You can have one secondary, you can have two secondary, you can have three secondary based upon the need.
Okay. Maybe if there's a more demand for read reporting
Yeah,
server.
like kind of thing. There is not multi master, like single master with multi slave.
Okay. Mm.
Yeah, it depends. Like we can't say, right. Like if it is small scale, one primary and one secondary is enough.
Mm.
Okay, if one primary goes down, the secondary will automatically be a primary. But in case of here, like we can have three
Yeah.
simply. If one goes down, also the two will be available, right? Like one primary will be there, one secondary will be there.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. True.
So here I am
Um,
choosing free tier. So
Please,
here, yeah.
if you scroll up again, I just want to have this is just a ordinary question. Um, for the selecting of the platform, maybe Amazon Linux. So I know Ubuntu, Red Hat, Debian, also they are all Linux. So what make them different? Is it because of the platform or something? Is that right? They're all running on Linux. Is that right?
Yeah,
Red Hat, Debian, so
yeah,
Ubuntu.
everything or Linux only. It's like it's our choice only. I can use to go with the Red Hat. I can go with Amazon Linux. Why I am choosing
Oh, okay, yeah.
Amazon Linux is my first my thing, right? Like
The
already I'm
preferred.
having one instance in Amazon Linux. So
Okay.
I'm choosing the so remember one thing, if you are setting a cluster, all the nodes should be having the same amount of CPU, same amount of RAM, same amount of OS, same version of OS, everything should be same.
Okay, okay,
Okay,
okay.
remember that.
Okay. Okay, okay, it's clear. So, okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So here same Amazon Linux I have given in the first one. I am giving that. I'm using the same key pair which I have used for the first one, and then everything was same, and just I'm giving the launching instance.
Okay.
So it will launch the instance. Give me one second. So once the instance is launched, I am just renaming this as 3. Okay, 3 and click. Let all become the upstate.
Mm.
So it's still in pending state. So yeah, everyone was running. So let me open this each one.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, before we end the class as well, how to connect on Azure as well to, are we going to choose the endpoint? If you can explain that one later as well. The way we connect to, yeah, this, what's the name of this, tools?
Normally, like that's what I'm saying. Like these things and all will be done by the Linux administrator or DevOps team. Like nowadays they will be having DevOps, right? DevOps, like those DevOps engineers will be provisioning the cluster and they will provide us. So you don't need to worry about it. Like you
No, I mean,
don't
I have
need
to
to.
use the IP address from Azure to connect to this mobile X time.
Yeah,
The
same
way,
process, same process.
oh, same
I
person.
don't have that Azure account. I have this AWS account, so I'm using this
Okay, okay,
defaultly. Normally, like remember one thing. There is two things is there. Okay, let me clear you. Okay, the first thing is provisioning of server.
okay. Mm.
Okay, so this one does not comes under DBA role. Okay, this is not our role. Okay, this will be done by server team or DevOps engineer. So they will be provisioning the server and they will provide us. Our work starts, our work, okay. We need to get the IP OS user details, that is Mongo user, okay. OS Mongo user details, and then we need to install the MongoDB. So you don't need to worry about these things. Okay, they will be providing the IP, they will be providing everything. So once they have provided everything, you just need to log in and you need to do the installation and you need to work. That's it.
Okay, sure.
You are not. You don't need to worry like however you will create an instance as Azure or these things. These things. It will be same like that only. If you in Azure, it will be virtual machine, I guess. So here it is EC2. Here it is EC2, right? In Azure, it will be VM. They will
Mm.
call it as virtual machine.
Okay. Mm.
Same like that, you will create a virtual machine and you will work. Here it will call elastic compute, they will say.
EC2, yeah.
Yeah. It's a both Azure and AWS are same, just the name only differs. Most of the thing. So
Okay,
once you have given the server, this is the thing. So let me establish the connection for Mongo 1 first.
sure.
Okay. So I will go and take the IP. You can have your breakfast, Wilson. Like,
No, I'm okay. Yeah.
usually at what time you will have breakfast?
Sometime maybe in the afternoon.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't
but
really
don't skip
hungry.
the
I don't really
breakfast.
hungry like that.
If you skip the breakfast, it will be like worst thing. Like so many
Yeah,
problems will come.
yeah, it's true. Yeah.
We can skip the dinner, but we don't need to skip the breakfast.
Okay.
Even I,
Yeah.
I am saying, but even I am too. Means even myself, I will skip the breakfast because I am working in the US shifts, right? Like I'll be working till morning 5:30 IST, and I will go
Okay.
to the bed and I will wake up around 12:30 1 like that only. Then I will
Ah.
go directly go have my lunch and I will go work again.
Yeah.
So where it is downloads. Yeah. So this is the first one. Okay. First instance. I can name it as Mongo. Let me name it as Mongo 1. Okay. Remember this is the Mongo 1. Okay. I have named it here.
Okay.
It's visible, right?
Mm.
Yeah. Second one is my another instance. So in this, the instance one, we have already installed MongoDB and we are having data in it. Correct?
Yes, that's correct. Yes.
Yeah. Now this is the steps. So same like that. I need to have all my instance up. Okay. Same procedure. You need to give all these details and then session name and go to. Okay. Same like that. Connecting with the other. The,
So while you are doing this, oh, I thought it is although I know you will talk about later, MongoDB Atlas cluster. That's what we are gonna use
yeah,
to.
MongoDB Atlas and all, like it's a cloud one. Cloud one. Like we need to have account. Like we don't have account there.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
okay.
just give you. So these things I will let you confirm. We'll give the knowledge transfer of the core MongoDB DBA. Core MongoDB means like these MongoDB concepts, how it works. These things will provide. These tools, like if you take third party tools for MongoDB, there are a lot of thing is there. MongoDB
Uh,
Atlas is there. MongoDB Atlas is a separate cloud. Okay, and we
okay.
have MongoDB Compass is there. That is also a connecting tool. Then we have having Ops Manager, that is for monitoring MongoDB. We have multiple things, so those things like we need to pay and we need to have that. So
Mm.
here like we'll be having this our environment only.
Oh, okay.
So I
Okay.
will give you, I will give you knowledge, like what like how it will looks, these things I will give you details, like a link I will give, like YouTube links I will give.
Oh,
As
okay.
means this won't comes under our thing, like, but I will share you, like if you in future after this class also, if you need any help, if you're having any doubts, means you can ping me, I will help you out. No issue. Okay.
Because I have MongoDB, Mongo Atlas, I created an account same way that we do for
Yeah,
the
that's a cloud
Amazon.
only. That's a cloud
Oh,
only. Oh, we
okay.
can do one thing in the last class, you can share our screen and I will help you, like how
Oh,
to
okay. Sure.
work with this, I can help you, no issue.
Oh, okay. Okay. To
Because
create it.
we don't have the account, like.
Okay. Okay.
So if you take means there are multiple tools in MongoDB is there, like you can work with because each project, different people use different tools. Someone will use Mongo Atlas, someone will have Mongo Atlas is nothing but it's same like a AWS cloud, but that is specifically for MongoDB.
Oh,
Have you
okay.
heard of OCI in Oracle Cloud? Oracle Cloud interface is there, right? That Oracle Cloud is only specifically for Oracle databases. So
Yes.
same like
Yes.
that, this MongoDB Atlas is specifically for MongoDB. It's a cloud
Okay.
thing. You can have your MongoDB instance there. It's full
Okay.
of GUI only.
Okay. Sure.
So this one, the name is Mongo 3. Sorry. So I have created this. Okay, now Mongo 1, Mongo 2, Mongo 3. Okay, in this Mongo 1, you already having the details. Okay, this is our Mongo 1. Now let us see MongoDB is running or not. So MongoDB is not running. So how will I start the MongoDB? MongoD hyphen hyphen config slash etc MongoD dot conf. So it started. Now I am using my credentials. So it's asking for password admin at 123. So it's connected to DBs. So see, these are the old database, correct?
Yes.
So here, if you take this, here it's fresh. I don't have MongoDB in those two instances. I need to install fresh. So what I need to have, what is the primary thing of having replica set is we need to have three MongoDB cluster. All should be of same OS version and all should be of same MongoDB version. Okay, the
Mm.
same version I am going to install download here. Okay,
Mm.
so I'm just using this then MongoDB 2. So once it has been done, I'm going to go with the further steps. Okay. So you, if you have time, you to get practice with this. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. I'll create time to. I like MongoDB. It's not that broad, unlike Microsoft SQL Server, DBA, or Oracle.
Yeah, it's fully on Linux only.
Oh, okay. It's not broad. You know, like for Microsoft SQL Server, you have to know high availability, like a always on replication, log shipping, um, tuning. You
Yeah,
know.
like there like log shipping everything is there. Like here there is no concept. Like if my primary is let us take like if my secondary is down. Okay, its secondary is down for more than 3 hours. Okay, if I again stop and start the secondary means it automatically will got replicated. The data will be automatically got replicated. You don't to move the logs to
Okay.
sync this.
Mm.
I will show you. Give me 1 second. In the end of the class, you will get a clear picture on this. So once installation is done, so installation is done. Okay, so it's 5.0.32. Okay,
Mm.
5.0.32. Sorry, I need to start, I guess. Okay, so you found right. All the three are in same version. Mongo 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Name tab. Okay. So here, like here, like how I will start the database like this only, right?
Mm.
Like this only I will start the database. So, but here I have used this systemctl. Okay. So I need to change the configuration file. So remember these things. Okay, remember these things first. So remember systemctl. So these are the steps, prerequisites. Okay, first one, all the three nodes should be in same version and edition of Linux. Okay, all should be in the same version and edition of Linux. All should have same amount of memory resources and CPU. So all should have same memory resources. For example, 3 GB means all nodes should be having 3 GB, sorry, 4 GB and 32 CPU.
Mm.
Okay, all the nodes should be having the same thing. Third thing, all should have same version of MongoDB installed. So all should be on same version. So here we are having Mongo 5.0.32. Correct.
Yeah.
Fourth one, all should have same config. So all should have same config files. Okay. If I go in first and if I give config file, all should have the same one. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. If I go here, if you see this config, all should be the same. Okay. Keep
Mm.
remember this. You need to keep this here. You have the same config here as well.
Ah, okay.
So here, if I give exit, same path only it will be there. Just you need to add some values.
Ah,
You
okay.
can have data directory different, these things different. Like here you have given the data directory this path, right? This can be different. Here the DB path is small.
Oh, okay.
Here it is var lib mongo. This and all enough. These and all fine. Only thing you need to change is these things. Some this thing fork is equal to background. This thing is there, right?
Ah, okay.
Add here.
But it can be
If you
different
add,
parts. Okay.
yeah, you can add this line here so that you can start the MongoDB like this. Okay, if you give this and see now es-ef grep by MongoDB. My MongoDB stopped state. Okay, how I will start manually. So it started correct.
Mm.
Mongo. Okay. So it won't come. Why it won't come? Guess any guesses?
Ah. Oh, admin.
Now also it is not coming. Why?
Yeah, we try to start it manually.
So we have enabled the security authentication, security authorization like that. Okay. If you
Oh,
see
okay.
a
Yeah.
file, we have given this.
Yeah, that's correct. That you pasted. Yeah.
So we have given this.
Yeah, those two. Yeah.
So we need to create a admin user. Then only you need to enable this feature in the configuration file. But
Ah, okay.
here we have directly enabled this feature in the configuration file without creating admin user in Mongo 2. So what I need to do is I need to disable this first. Okay, see this clearly. I need to disable this first. I am commenting this. Okay, now I have commented this. Now I am starting the MongoDB. See, it's running. I am
Uh,
just killing this process. 2831. So it has been killed. Now I am starting my MongoDB.
mm,
Okay, it has been started. Now I am going to Mongo. If I give show DBs means it will list the DB. See, previously the same command I have given.
mm,
What it see, it doesn't show anything because I have enabled the security. So here I have disabled the security. Now it is creating. So now here using admin, I need to create a user db dot create user. What is the command? You remember?
um,
User admin password create 123 then roles role root. There is an error in me. db dot create user not field. Roles. Okay, I need to give roles. I have given role. That is what showing here. See, create user dot role is an unknown field. So see, it has been added.
okay.
Like this, you need to found from error. So here it is showing row is same like a column. So there is no column as row. It's saying so. Okay, I need to give roles. So I have changed the column as roles and I have created the user admin. Now if I come as exit, okay, exit. Now I am giving the value here.
Mm,
Now I'm enabling this. Okay, because I have created the user. Now I am enabling this and I am just stopping my. So always stop the database and then edit the conf file. Here I have without stopping, I have edited the configuration file. So I am killing this like this. Okay,
okay.
properly stop and edit this configuration file. So
Okay.
here I have directly edited the configuration file. It's a test environment, so it is fine. But in case of production, high environment means you need to stop the database and then you need to change the configuration files.
Mm.
Okay,
And that will
so
be after business hours, is that right? Business
yeah,
after.
like if any parameters does need restart means we can do like this.
Okay.
Sometimes we can change the value and you can give reload command that will reload.
Mm, okay.
MongoDB can't reload. If you see in it, it will show MongoDB reload config command. So does not fully reload. See, you need to kill or find the PID and kill and then you need to reload.
Okay.
So we need to do restart only. There is no reload is available. You need to stop and then you need to change the things and you need to do your things. Okay. So
Mm,
now see, now I am starting the MongoDB again. Now I am using the same thing. Mongo user admin. It will ask for the password. I will give the password. It's connected. You got this? What I am saying?
yes. Yes.
So previously I have enabled and I have connected using mongo-u without creating a user. So what it shows? It shows like there is an error.